Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel, my life, my work, my home. My book. Here's my book, The 10 Best Ways to Supercharge Your Health, involving relieving your pain, raising your heart rate, balancing your sex hormones, stopping your sugar habits and your starch addiction, and more. You can get this on Amazon.com. The 10 Best Ways to Supercharge Your Health. Now, if you have any neck pain, we can talk about the neck. I have a model. This is a big model. Here is the bottom of your skull. Here is the back of the skull. And here's the place that the skull touches the vertebrae. The atlas is the first vertebrae, and the axis is the second vertebrae. Here it is from the front. So you can see when you tilt your head down and tilt your head up, you're rocking on the first vertebrae, which is called the atlas. When you're turning your head side to side, you're turning your head to say no. So you have both your yes when you tilt and your no when you turn side to side, rotate. And then you have 5 more vertebrae underneath there. Let's play with it ourselves. So if you put your hands under your ears, you're going to feel the bones. Those are your vertebrae. And it's behind these long muscles. This is called the sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid. That's the name of the muscle. It inserts on the clavicle, on your collarbone. So behind those muscles, you can feel that your head can turn. And you can feel the bony prominences, except for the first one, which is not so easy. As you come down and you start to press in and push forward, you're going to push your vertebrae forward, so you're saying no. So your no takes place between the first vertebrae and the second. So here is the odontoid process. It sticks up. Your head rotates around it, in case you weren't aware of it. It's amazing construction. Here is the prominence, the dens, the odontoid process. And your head sits on top of that, and you can twist side to side around that bony prominence that's sticking up there. See that? That's amazing. I find it amazing. Yes. And then you have this yes experience of your head rocking. Let's play with that for a minute. Put your fingers behind your skull at the very base of your hairline, and then tilt your head down and gently tilt your head up over that base. And down. And tilt your head up. Good. So now you know how your neck is working, and you can help your alignment by using those ideas that you're tilting your head to say yes. You're not bending or rocking, you're just tilting a little bit to say yes. And then when you turn your head, you're using the second cervical vertebrae. You're balancing on that and rotating side to side. So you're still lifted. You have ligaments that lift you. That's part of the function of ligaments. They go bone to bone, they join bone to bone, and they give you support. And if you think about them, they'll actually lift you. There's a long one in front of the spine, and another long one that's in front of the spinal. It's a little hard to say, but the front of the inside and the back of the outside, this longitudinal ligaments. This is the inside, and here's the inside. You can look it up if you want to find out about the longitudinal ligaments that line the spine, one in the front of the vertebrae, one in the back of the inside. So you'll be able to see that. It's very interesting. Do you have any neck pain? Anybody here online? Anybody here online? Somebody who had made a comment. So let me see if I can get those comments. Well, we'll continue. I offer classes and seminars and private one-on-one sessions. So if you're in pain and you need some help, I am a somatic movement therapist. I've been in practice more than 50 years. I have a lot of videos. I teach exercise. I have the videos on YouTube now, so you can go to my channel, Soma Healer 100. That's the channel on YouTube, Soma Healer 100. You can also go to my website. My website is www.theneuromuscularcenter. And you can find out a lot more information. I have private one-on-one sessions. I've been working with people, as I said, more than 50 years. And I have a lot of seminars and classes coming up. It'd be great to have you. I think the most important one, well, they're all important, but one I'm teaching in September on food and how to combat your sugar cravings, measure your blood sugar using a device, and then sticking to it so that your A1C, which is the 90-day average of your blood sugar, is down. So you want to be below 5.5, possibly, if you can do that in your A1C. You should have that on your lab reports when you get your blood tested. You want an A1C that's below 5.5. That's great. And that would mean keeping your blood sugar below 110. And you can measure your blood sugar in several ways. One is using a continuous glucose monitor, which I have in my arm. And then you can check it, you link it to your phone, and you can have that recorded to a website so you can follow along with it. I like to use the Keto Mojo app. The Keto Mojo is a finger prick device, and it's not painful. You get very used to doing it. I do it all the time, several times a day, to make sure my blood sugar is below 110 as much as possible. So, and if I have something that I don't think is going to help me, then I can monitor that and keep that on the avoid list. So no potatoes, no rice, no starchy foods like beans. A lot of things that you wouldn't think make you have high blood sugar, you'll need to check for yourself. Everybody's a little different. Some people can get away with eating a lot of sugar. Some people cannot. So you don't want to add insult to injury here. If you have a tendency towards diabetes, this is something that you must follow. So you must avoid the diabetes so that you can live a healthier life and a longer life. To avoid insulin resistance, to avoid diabetes, to avoid the problems that come with diabetes, liver problems, kidney problems, even cancer, even Alzheimer's, even dementias coming from blood sugar. In fact, they call diabetes type 3, they call Alzheimer's diabetes type 3. So we know there's a link between dementia and sugar consumption. So it'll behoove you to take my class. So I think it starts September 7th, which is a Sunday. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and ends on Thursday. It's just an hour and a half every day, starting, I think it's at 5:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can take that class. You go to my website and sign up for it, www.theneuromuscularcenter. And if you send me your email, I will send you a copy of my ebook on longevity, which has a lot of, I call them hacks, things that you can do to protect your health and protect your metabolism and live a long life. And that's my primary goal, is to help you live a long life, reduce your pain, build mobility, build strength, build a cardiovascular stamina, and connect with people live so you feel fulfilled and happy inside as well as outside. So I want to thank you for coming today. My email address is nmcmover@gmail.com. That's N as in neuromuscular, M as in muscular, C as in center, neuromuscular center, nmcmover@gmail.com. It's been great to be with you. Thank you very much.